Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about why I gave up beef and the sufferings that animals raised for food production go through. And a little bit background about why I gave up beef. I gave up beef after seeing videos of animals being slaughtered and raised in very compact factory farms for food production. I imagined feeling the same pain and suffering that those animals go through. And I believe animals are like human beings. They can feel happiness, love, and pain. And so we have no right to cut short a living being's life, especially when they don't pose any danger to us. So a little bit background information on meat production. So the world produces more than 600 billion pounds of meat each year, according to UN Food and Agriculture. And the average person consumed almost 100 pounds of meat in 2014. But that can vary across different countries. Like in the U.S., an average person consumes 100 pounds of meat each year versus 10 pounds of meat in India. And talking specifically about beef, the world consumed more than 100 billion pounds of beef in 2016, with Uruguay being the country with the largest consumption of beef at 100 pounds of beef per person. And the most eaten meat per person are pork, chicken, and beef. And in 2018, 70 billion chicken, 2 billion pigs, and 300 million cattle, including buffalo, were slaughtered. So now I'm going to talk about how cows are raised for beef production. So cows raised for beef production spend the first 6 months of their lives on pasture eating grass. And then they are moved to factory farms where there are thousands of other cows. And there they are fed corn and soybean for 4 to 6 months to fatten them up for meat. Corn and soybeans are not cows' natural diet, and that can cause digestive problems for the cows. Normally, cows can live up to 25 years, but when they weigh around 1,000 pounds, which is around 2 years of age, they are then slaughtered. They are given growth hormone to make them larger quickly. So they're basically young cows living in an adult body. And you can see these two video clips about cows being in the process of slaughter, and they are very heartbreaking. So when the cows are ready for slaughter, they are led through a narrow lane so that they cannot go back or escape, and they are then made unconscious by a person firing a bullet between their eyes to make them unconscious before hanging them upside down by their legs by a metal shackle, and then their throats are slit to bleed them to death. And this process is called stunning, and it is practiced in the U.S. And since this whole process is done pretty quickly, some cows are still conscious while they're being slaughtered, so they can, feel immense pain and suffering. So now I'm going to talk about cows raised for milk production. They're called dairy cattle. So cows, in order to produce milk, they need to be pregnant, and they are usually impregnated by artificial insemination without a male partner. And their pregnancy lasts for 9 months, just like humans. And when their new calf is born, the new calf is separated from their mother instantly or within 1 to 2 days, because the cow's first milk is very nutritious and they are used for human consumption. And also because the cow and the calf can become very attached, and if they don't get separated later, it's very hard for them to be separated. And mother cow is known to call out loud for their calf when they are taken away. Cows are then usually milked for 10 months in a 12-month period, and they're impregnated again after 3 months of giving birth, and that continues until her milk is dried up, which is after 4 to 5 pregnancy. So this constant milking can cause painful infection of their udder, and once her milk is dried off, she's then sent for slaughter, which is around 5 years of age. So their life is also cut very short by our usage of them for milk production. So in conclusion, lives of cows or any animals used for meat production are cut very short, and during their short lifetime they are fed unnatural diet, they're confined in very tight space, and they don't have any chance to bond with their kids, and then they're finally slaughtered for meat. What if your life was like that of a traditional cow used for human consumption? You can imagine, being a mother and separated from your baby right after he or she is born. And as any mother can imagine, it is a very heartbreaking experience. And cows, they also can bond with their calf. So meat is not very essential. We can get the same health benefits of meat like protein and vitamins from eating plant-based protein like tofu or lentils, and also we can get the vitamins from taking supplements. So I know it won't be easy, for people who have grown up eating meat to give up meat suddenly. But you can take a small step at a time, like giving up one kind of meat at a time, or gradually reducing your meat consumption. And it is also important for us to advocate for humane treatment of animals, because they are just like human beings. They can feel love, pain, and happiness. So I hope this video was a little helpful for you to gain a sense of the kind of sufferings that animals go through. They cannot speak for themselves, and so it is up to us to communicate the sufferings that they go through, so that we can help them. Thank you.